Gracious words, truth, justice, greatness. Happy Dependence Day, Nigeria. 65 years of what? Injustice, bloodshed, civil war, corruption, money laundering, killings, banditry, kidnapping, starvation, Japa. What else? Nigeria as a land has drunk so much blood, and it is looking forward to the future years that innocent blood will not be spilled on its grounds anymore. We called the white man evil. I guess some Nigerians have earned the title of devils. From the bloody coup of January 1966 to the recent Benue killings and the perpetual hidden Southern Kaduna killers, we have managed to send away the white man and its colonialism, but our doctors, nurses, professionals are flying in all directions to every white man's country. I bet if you go to the small island of Malta, you will find a Nigerian there. What about the corruption, the money laundering that is ever increasing? All these happening in the midst of hunger, starvation, and terrible poverty. Well, time will not permit me to talk about how Nigeria has successfully become a den of thieves, kidnapping, and banditry. And what is the government doing about it? At least they have successfully changed the Nigerian national anthem. You may like to ask, is the labor of our past heroes in vain? The likes of Herbert Macaulay, who in 1923 formed the first political party in Nigeria to begin the nationalism movement. What about the Aba Women's Riot of 1929 that pushed for the involvement of women in the economic and socio-political operations in Nigeria, laying immense pressure on the colonial indirect rule system of government? Nnamdi Azikiwe, who championed the advocacy of Nigeria's independence from the 1940s through the NCNC political party and the Zikist movement. Ahmadu Bello, who applied his leadership skills and influence from the northern region to national heroism of the 1960 independence. Obafemi Awolowo, who championed federalism to achieve equitable national integration while leading the Action Group in the West. Worthy of mention include Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Anthony Enahoro, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, King Jaja of Opobo, amongst other heroes. And how has the transition between heads of states to presidents, how has it benefited Nigeria? From Nigeria's independence, 1st October 1960, to January 15, 1966, known as the Night of Blood and Slaughter, which ushered in the military rule. The Civil War of the early 1970s, which saw nothing less than 1 million lives lost. The bloody coup continued in 1976. Then the evil and pretentious general elections of June 1993, which led to the current June 12 Democracy Day. Well, I don't know if it is worth it. It is said that good people don't last, though I don't believe much that saying. I must admit the truth in that statement when Nigeria lost her best ever president, arguably in 2010. After this irreparable loss, we witnessed the consecutive and successive reigns of leaders with no plans for Nigerian development. Their only motive is to bear the title of presidency while shunning the responsibility of the office. The reason for this is to ascertain Nigeria's achievement in this journey of 65 years. Imagine a 65-year-old giant with nothing impactful or developmental to show for. I guess that is our state currently in Nigeria. But how do we move forward? What does the future of Nigeria looks like? Nigeria is not the first nation to start from scratch. The small nation of Singapore is an admirable case study. Singapore got her independence with zero natural resources, zero production, high crime rate, high poverty rate. So how did Singapore develop? Well, luckily, Singapore got the best man for the job, Lee Kuan Yew. Nigeria must get her leadership right. While Nigeria is still producing leaders who cannot provide evidence of any substantial education, Singapore had a lawyer for a president. You see, getting the right man for the job will ensure that effective policies are established. And with effective policies, we will have the standardization of key important sectors like education, power, industrial and human resource development. The right policies enhances the socio-economic transformation Nigerians are hoping for. Nigeria doesn't need a propaganda of renewed hope. Nigeria needs policies that actually works. Where do we start from? In an attempt to answer this question, producing a capable leader for the job, we can start from there. We must not back down from turning up massively to vote and to vote right. Nigerians sought for a man who has the masses at heart and a servant leader. Till we get the right man for the job, we don't deserve to celebrate any falsified independence. So once again, Happy Dependence Day.